Hello everyone. I'm glad you're here because today I need to share something very serious and quite shocking. Imagine going grocery shopping at Walmart or your local store, and instead of just filling your cart with food, you leave with your personal information stolen, or worse, your money gone. Unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening to many seniors. I've seen these cases firsthand, and as a lawyer, I want to make sure you don't fall victim to the same tricks. So, please watch this video all the way through because I'll break down exactly how these scams work, how seniors are being targeted, and the very specific steps you can take to protect yourself. And before we dive in, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment below. Have you ever been approached or scammed while shopping? Your story could save someone else. Part 1: How the Walmart scam actually works. Let's take some time to really understand how these scams play out, because the more detail you know, the easier it is to spot the red flags. One of the most common scams I've seen personally involves the parking lot setup. You've just loaded your groceries into the car. Maybe you're a little tired. Maybe you're in a rush to get home. That's the perfect time for someone to approach you. They might look completely ordinary. A young man in jeans, a woman with a baby in the back seat, sometimes even someone who looks like they could be a store employee. They tell you a story. Maybe their car battery is dead and they need jumper cables. Maybe their wallet was stolen and they just need $20 for gas. They always make the story urgent. There's always something that can't wait until later. That urgency is what pressures you into giving money or information without time to think it through. Another method is what I call the inside distraction scam. This one happens right in the aisles. A person might ask you to help them reach something on a high shelf, or they'll deliberately drop an item near your cart. While you're helping them or looking away, a partner quietly slips your wallet or phone out of your purse. These are professional thieves. They plan their roles and they count on the kindness of strangers to lower your guard. Then there's the fake promotion scheme. Some scammers pose as official representatives of Walmart or another retailer. They'll tell you there's a special deal on credit cards, rewards programs, or gift cards. They might even wear a shirt that looks official. The scammer hands you a clipboard or tablet and asks you to sign up. This is where it gets dangerous, because once you write down your name, address, and phone number, you've already given them valuable personal details. In some cases, they'll even ask for your social security number, claiming it's required to process the card. Let me be absolutely clear. Walmart does not operate this way. If anyone asks for sensitive personal information outside of a secure application process, it's almost certainly a scam. These scams work because they don't look threatening. They don't start with someone yelling or demanding money. Instead, they start with politeness, a favor, or the illusion of opportunity. That's why so many people, even smart, cautious people, get caught off guard. Part 2: Why seniors are the primary targets. Now, why are these scams aimed at seniors more than anyone else? The answer is not flattering, but it's important to face. First, many seniors grew up in an era where neighbors helped neighbors and a stranger in trouble was someone you lent a hand to. That upbringing makes you more inclined to pause, listen, and believe the story you're being told. Scammers know this. They deliberately tailor their stories to trigger empathy. I need formula for my baby. My mother is sick. I lost my wallet and just need bus fare. They're carefully choosing stories that tug on your heartstrings because they know kindness is your instinct. Second, scammers assume that seniors are less likely to push back or walk away. They believe that if they apply just enough social pressure, many older adults will hesitate to say no. Think about it. Most of us were raised to be polite, to not cause a scene, and to give people the benefit of the doubt. Scammers exploit that politeness. They'll get close. They'll keep talking. And they'll make you feel guilty if you don't help. Third, there's a financial angle. Seniors often carry cash more than younger shoppers, and many rely on benefits like Social Security or retirement savings. Scammers view this as a steady stream of income they can tap into. Even stealing $20 here and there adds up for them. And with identity theft, a scammer doesn't just take money once. They may try to open accounts in your name or drain bank funds over time. And finally, scammers think seniors are less likely to report the crime. I've spoken with clients who felt embarrassed after being scammed, who thought, "Oh, I should have known better." That shame can stop people from speaking up. But here's the truth. These scams are designed to fool people. They're crafted by professionals who study behavior. You should never blame yourself if it happens. You should only focus on protecting yourself going forward. Part 3: The legal side. What scammers are actually doing. Let's take a step back and look at this through the lens of the law. What's happening here isn't just bad behavior or dishonesty. These actions are crimes, and in many cases, serious ones. When a scammer takes your cash under false pretenses, that can be prosecuted as theft by deception. If they're tricking you into handing over money with a story they made up, that's fraud. If they take your personal information like your social security number, bank details, or even your signature, that can cross into identity theft. Identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in America. And once someone has your details, they can open credit cards, take out loans, and damage your financial reputation. Legally, some states add enhanced penalties when seniors are the victims. Lawmakers recognize that older adults are more vulnerable, and they treat scams against seniors as especially serious. That can mean longer jail sentences or higher fines if the scammer is caught and convicted. Unfortunately, here's the hard truth. Many scammers are never caught. They use fake names, prepaid phones, and disappear as quickly as they appear. Even if law enforcement knows what happened, the money is often long gone. That's why prevention is the strongest tool you have. Once a scam has succeeded, the legal system can only do so much. Even as a lawyer, I can't always recover money that's been stolen through quick cash transactions or fraudulent gift cards. But if you recognize the scam early, if you spot the signs and walk away, you take all the power away from them. The bottom line is this. While these scams might look like small interactions in a parking lot or store aisle, they are very real crimes. And the law is clear. Fraud, theft, and identity theft are punishable offenses. You have every right to say no, walk away, and protect yourself. In fact, by doing so, you are exercising your rights and making it harder for scammers to operate. Part 4: Real stories from seniors. Let me share some real situations that will really open your eyes. These are cases I've either seen come across my desk or ones I've researched that highlight just how cunning these scams can be. One case involved a woman in her late 70s who shopped at the same Walmart every single Tuesday. That routine made her predictable. A scammer noticed her schedule, waited until she was leaving with her groceries, and approached her in the parking lot. He told her he had just run out of gas and couldn't get home to his family. He looked desperate, sweaty, and he kept saying, "I'm so embarrassed to ask." She gave him $30, thinking she was helping a man in crisis. But the very next week, the same scammer approached her again, using the exact same story. That's when she realized it wasn't about gas at all. It was about preying on her kindness. Another story that really stuck with me was about a senior couple who were approached inside the store by someone claiming to be a Walmart representative. This man had a clipboard, wore a polo shirt that looked official, and he offered them what seemed like an incredible deal. Spend $100 now and you'll receive $200 in Walmart gift cards. Of course, that's too good to be true. They handed over the cash, received what looked like gift cards, and left the store. Later that night, when they tried to use the cards online, every single one came up invalid. By then, the scammer was long gone. Then there was an elderly gentleman who fell victim to the distract and steal scam. He was in the frozen foods aisle when a woman asked him to help reach a bag of vegetables from the top shelf. As he turned his back, another person quietly took his wallet out of his cart. He didn't even notice until he was at the checkout. In that moment, it wasn't just about the money in the wallet. It was the stress of canceling cards, the fear of identity theft, and the deep feeling of violation that lingered long after. What I want you to take away from these stories is that scams don't always look the same. Sometimes it's cash, sometimes it's fake products, sometimes it's your personal information. But what they all have in common is this. They are carefully designed to take advantage of trust, politeness, and a moment of distraction. Part 5: How to protect yourself. Lawyer's advice. Now let's talk about what you can actually do step by step to protect yourself. Think of this as your legal and practical toolkit. First and foremost, limit what you carry. If you don't absolutely need it, don't bring it. That means don't carry your social security card in your wallet. Don't carry multiple credit cards. Stick to one debit card and a small amount of cash. The less you have on you, the less there is to lose if something happens. Second, create physical barriers. Always keep your purse zipped, and if possible, wear it across your body instead of leaving it in your cart. Scammers are opportunists. They will always go for the easiest target. If your belongings are secure, they're more likely to move on. Third, practice saying no without explanation. This is something many seniors struggle with. You don't owe anyone an excuse and you don't need to justify yourself. If someone approaches you asking for money, you can simply say, "No, I can't help you," and walk away. I know that feels harsh, but remember, if someone is truly in need, they can go to the store manager, call roadside assistance, or contact local authorities. Scammers count on guilt to trap you. Don't give them that power. Fourth, know Walmart's actual policies. Walmart does not send employees into the parking lot to sell gift cards, collect donations, or promote special deals. If someone says otherwise, it's a scam. The only time you should ever provide personal information to Walmart is through their official customer service or online account, never to someone standing by your car. Fifth, report immediately. If something suspicious happens, don't just brush it off. Walk straight to customer service and let them know. Most stores have security cameras and teams trained to handle these situations. If you've been scammed, call your bank right away, cancel cards, and file a report with the police. It's not just about protecting yourself. It's about stopping scammers from targeting the next senior who comes along. And finally, educate the people around you. Talk to your spouse, your friends, and your neighbors about these scams. The more people know what to look for, the harder it becomes for scammers to operate. Information is your strongest defense. Part 6, Final Thoughts. I want to end with a very clear message. Being cautious is not being rude. I know so many seniors who feel bad about saying no or who worry about seeming unfriendly. But you have every right to protect yourself. Your safety, your money, and your identity are more important than the feelings of a stranger in a parking lot. These scammers rely on the fact that you'll hesitate, that you'll second-guess yourself, or that you'll want to help. But if you recognize the pattern, you can shut it down before it even begins. Think of it this way. Every time you say no, every time you refuse to hand over information, you're sending a message that seniors are not easy targets. That's powerful. Legally speaking, remember that what these scammers are doing is criminal. If you've been scammed, don't stay silent out of embarrassment. Report it. Too often these crimes go unpunished simply because victims don't want to come forward. But when you do report it, you give law enforcement the chance to track patterns, catch repeat offenders, and protect others. And I'll say this again, prevention is always the strongest defense. Once your money is gone or your information is stolen, it can take months or years to fix the damage. But a firm no, a cautious eye, and a quick walk away can save you all that pain. So, as a lawyer, my advice is simple. Stay alert, protect your personal information, and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is.